of thing happened at the Main Street Gym in Miami. Challenger Cassius invaded while Liston was training. Clay's bravado was never more evident, but Liston was not an appreciative audience. Sonny had to be restrained to protect Clay, supposedly.
And they swing and swing after the bell. And look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night it's all live at the MGM Grand. Money Mayweather, the Forces Victor Kings.
I don't play boxing. I take it seriously.
I'm a two-time heavyweight champion of the world.
I don't give a fuck. I'm the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. You always gave me that belt. I got what you always wanted. I've been had belt. I got what you always wanted. You never had a real belt. I'm the real last heavyweight champion. I got what you want, Jan. They gave me the belt. They gave me that belt. I'm a different beast. He ain't called yet. Who you fighting next? Who you fighting next? I'm a different beast. Let's go, champ. I'm right. You know my number. 954 761 5752. You know what it fine is.
Al Heyman ain't called yet.
Make that round.
He ain't
All
called
this
yet.
shit right here you talking.
He ain't called yet. He ain't called yet. You ain't fighting nobody. You ain't fighting nobody. You ain't fighting nobody. Lennox Lewis. You standing next to him.
But you got what?
You standing next to him.
WBC.
I fought him.
I got the WBC.
I fought him.
Everybody wants the WBC.
They gave you the belt, Noy. They gave you the belt.
You'll never get
I'll knock you out. I'll knock you out. You see your record. I'll knock you out. I'll knock you out. I know I'll knock you out.
All you is good for
I'll knock you
All you
out.
is good for is
I'll knock you out. I will knock you out. I will knock you out.
Each other in a friendly way for Winky Wright, and A actually puts his hands on Bernard Hopkins. Hopkins goes back at right, and we have a bit of a fracas at the weigh-in. That looked completely natural and organic. Marvin, your thoughts?
I knew that was going to happen. I could see it in Bernard's actions.
You know, at the
He wants to try to sell this fight. He don't have to sell a fight. Ricky said don't have to sell it. But now somebody's really going to be mad comes tomorrow night.
Bernard Hopkins was clearly the more aggressive man down there at the time. At the news conference that they had here yesterday, Marvin, Brian Kenny with Marvelous Marvin Hagler up here as we watch all of this, they really didn't have a stare down. And I didn't think it would be volatile if they did have a stare down. Did you think so?
They did. But, you know, I knew that was going to happen.
So I know that. And Gonzalez has certainly succeeded in pissing off Riddick Bowe.
This hatred comes from '87 during the Pan American Games, when he started with the same talk as he did for this fight. The old hatred I have bottled up, that fury from the past has surfaced again and is directed towards Riddick Bowe.
Come on. Come on. One punch. One punch. No complaining, man.
Bitch, big cow.
Big cow. He can keep talking, singing like a bird, like a poet, like Muhammad Ali.
When I get finished with him, I'm gonna have him wishing he was back in Cuba.
And oh, there you are, free shot then. Well, that's going to really wind Malinga up, I suspect. Victor Smith, he's won 5, lost 1 and drawn 1. What was that? Oh goodness me! Here we go. Here we go. Oh, this is very, very unusual. And we've got this is very unusual. We have got the referee in action against Sugar Boy Malinga here, and then everyone gets heavily involved.
Going on between Audley and Herbie Hyde is at ringside. There's a lot of chat going on. Steve Crocodile Fitch, formerly with the Mike Tyson camp, is using all his powers of rhetoric. I suspect they're not exactly Shakespearean or Chaucerian to berate Audley Harrison. But a bit of shoving going on. It's all got very nasty here at ringside. and there's no need for this whatsoever. They're threatening to land on top of us here in the comedy position. There is no security here whatsoever, and here at ringside we're in danger of being trampled. Now this is a complete nonsense. This is just ridiculous. There's nobody in here separating anybody at all. It was always taking a bit of a risk to have two people who really have no great love for each other in such close proximity, and I'm not exactly the smallest person in the world, but I felt a little bit intimidated by all of that. Steve Bunce, who's acting as one of our analysts, threatens to land on top of me, but everywhere else is in fairly good humour. But what a night it's been here at Bethnal Green. Well, there's no doubt about it, boxing and heavyweight boxing does bring along some very peculiar people to boxing. Chuck, I guess we've seen it all before.
If you like me to step in and try and be a bit of a negotiator, I don't mind. I'm only a small guy.
If I let you up on my shoulders, there's Herbie putting in his tuppence worth.
I'm only a small guy and I'm sure I can sort it out.
Well, there's still more people trying to jump on top of me. This is a complete nonsense. Herbie Hyde has issued a fairly straightforward and unequivocal challenge to Audley Harrison, who perhaps should not have got himself involved in a war of words like that. But alas, far too much about boxing seems to be all about a war of words and a war of hype and everything else. Harrison has done the sensible thing and has retreated to the centre of the ring, and Herbie Hyde and his entourage will, I'm sure, have to leave. Their purpose has been served. He's drawn attention to himself. They've knocked over the table on which all our statistics are, and a real riot has broken out here. This is absolutely dreadful. This is absolutely dreadful here in the York Hall at Bethnal Green. I've never seen anything like it. The security guards are in throwing chairs. This is absolutely disgraceful. This should not have been allowed to happen. This is absolutely dreadful, and this does nobody any credit whatsoever. This does nobody any credit whatsoever. Frank Bruno came into the ring with a fair amount of dignity, but there's been nothing dignified or professional or sportsmanlike about this. Let's just hope that nobody has got hurt at all. But this is dreadful and brings no credit to boxing. And after a very good night of boxing here in Bethnal Green, alas, this is going to be remembered for an incident which is going to cast a major cloud.
All this mumbo jumbo, great fights and all that. Basically, let me tell you straight how it is. I've had enough of this shit. My one seems to be fucked up. Listen, I'm Tyson Fury, I'm the best heavyweight on the planet. This idiot's getting knocked spark out, and I'm sick to death of this. This motherfucker is going to sleep. See you in a bit.
James, congratulations on the fight tonight. Were you simply just too quick and too fast for Evander Holyfield?
I'm too quick and too fast for anybody stepping in the ring with me as a heavyweight. That's the bottom line. You know, Jim, I don't know why you come up here. Don't come up here and try to give me no badass questions, try to degrade me. I would think the man was still.
Question's legitimate. Were you too quick?
Evander Holyfield was a great fighter. Don't diminish that at any time. Holyfield's a great warrior. He came to fight. Bottom line.
Did he ever hurt you?
Who's next? I got milk, baby. Who's next? My mom, Sherry, Uncle Larry. Oh, everybody love y'all.
Did he ever hurt you at any point tonight?
Bob Scott. No, he never hurt me, man. I'm indestructible. Don't forget that when I'm ready, I'm indestructible, baby. I'll fight anybody out there anywhere, anytime. Next! Next! Who's next? Detroit, baby. Detroit. I don't care. Whoever Dan Goosalano, that's who I'm knocking over next. Bottom line, Goose and Tudor, we're #1. We're taking over the thing. You know that? Hey, my talent speaks for itself. I ain't gonna answer nobody else's question. I'm going home. We're gonna have a party. Oh, we're gonna have a party. Everybody dollar me. If they don't want to respect me, fuck them.
You got your respect.
Excuse me.
You got your respect now.
You know, I don't want no
James,
respect. They ain't gonna respect me. Bottom line, Goose and Tudor, Evander Holyfield's a great fighter. Hey, I watched him when I was a kid. I love the guy, but I had to do what I had to do. That's what I get paid to do. Bottom line, Detroit in the house. Emmanuel Stewart,
James,
I got your message, baby.
Let's try and have
Let's
try and have a decent interview and a conversation here. Hold on a second here.
Jay, why you walking up on me, dog? Come on, champ. Come on.
That I look up to, somebody that I admire, took the chance to do an interview and just talk all bad about me. Now I don't know how y'all look at that. I don't know how y'all look at it, but I don't like it, and I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm a man that learns shit from physical activity. So me and Floyd, he gotta see me.